On this Wednesday, I have given an exam of TS 452, that is a SAP MM certification exam. And unfortunately, I didn't clear the exam, rather I have failed. So what are the mistake and why I am failed? So as you know, I already work in SAP MM for more than 10 years of experience, and I am pretty much working on a daily basis into the procurement and inventory side. So what is the issue? What things has been changed in the SAP MM certification program so that I was not able to clear it? Is it so difficult? Will it be difficult for you? So in today's session, we are going to discuss all about those things, what patterns have been changed, how you should focus on your certification exam journey so that you don't face this rejection or you don't face this failure, right? So in today's session, I will be giving you 5 pointers how you should go with a certification exam. If you are going for a certification exam, if you are serious about a certification exam, what things you should not do or what things you should not repeat. So without further delay, let's directly jump into the exam question paper. Okay, so you can see this is TS 452 and SAP MM Certified Associate Implementation Consultant, SAP S4HANA Cloud Public Edition, Sourcing and Procurement. So this is the name of the exam or certification exam. So if you are planning for a SAP MM certification, you should know what is the exam code, and basically current version is 2601 that I have shown you just earlier. Okay, so this is the certification code. Basically you can see this one. So now you can see this is affiliated to SAP copyright. Okay, so just for an example, I'm showing this document to you. And moreover, one more important thing, this exam paper is what I got in the SAP MM exam. There is no guarantee that you are going to get the same exam paper, same examples and same things in the SAP certification. You find luck, then you can get the same exam paper so that you can answer it quickly, right? So now this is from the SAP, and don't say about the exam paper leak, because I have already told you that this might not be the same for everyone. So this is just an example. So here you can see what things has been changed. So first thing is system based assessment. So previously what we are getting, MCQ based questions, means multiple choice questions. There you are getting 1 2 3 4 5 like options you are getting, and you have to select the correct option or multiple options before you are getting these kind of question patterns. Right now if we say we are having a system based pattern, okay, system based assessment. So what is a system based assessment? Like you will be getting a dummy system or dummy server, like you are practicing. In that you have to perform all those tasks. Here you can see task number 1, task number 2, task number 3, task number 4, task 5, task 6, task 7. So these are the 7 tasks is there. You have to complete it, and you have to complete it in a, let's say, correct way. You have to complete that so that you will be getting a certification. So now coming to the results, if we say, so passing score is 76%. Passing score is 76%, and below that one you are not going to succeed. And the next important thing that you need to know, that how this will be getting evaluated. So right now we don't have anything as a proctored exam. So previously what is happening, you are having a proctored exam, right? But this is kind of non-proctored exam. So no one is watching you, no one is looking into you, but there is a time limit is there for 3 hours. 3 hours of exam time is there. So pay little bit of attention if you are going to, or if you are trying to go for a certification. This will be very much helpful, and I will definitely share this document with you and some steps with you so that you can get the correct result or you can get a result. And what about me? I am going to prepare for the exam, or rather I am preparing for the exam. In coming some time I will be giving the exam, and I will definitely share you the results with you. How much percentage I got, I will share that with you. Okay, so let's start. So let's deep dive into the question paper. So here comes to the unit 1. So this is the task 1. What is the task 1? Task 1 is nothing but this is an introduction. Okay, so how should you go for the exam, what is the before starting, what kind of things you should follow, what kind of things you should you can just read and you can find what are the details are there. I will be sharing the document. So before moving forward, how you can get the let's say document, where you can get the document. So this is the website, this is our website. So in this website you can go to the digital product. In the digital product, first thing you can see MM certification exam question paper. This is for free, you can download it. Okay, so you can just click on the free button here, you can just click on that and you can download it. If I click on free button, so you can see redirecting in 3 seconds. Okay, so you can see this, you can access. Okay, so that is basically how you can do that one. So here you can see there is a download button is there, you can download it from here. And also in some time I will be sharing it on the LinkedIn also. So if you are following me on the LinkedIn, so you can find the document from there also, so no worries. Okay, you can follow me, this is my ID, you can follow me over there. Okay, I hope most of the people they already follow. If you are not following yet, so you can start. It is up to you if you are going to if you are willing to follow or not, but if you need the document you can definitely go through that. Okay, so now let's go back to again with the assessment. So good luck with your assessment. Okay, so here you can see, so here you can see what kind of things you need to do, that is a must thing. So first thing you can see, to get the result of your assessment, please wait for the validation process to complete approximately 15 minutes. Your result failed or passed will be displayed under my certification. Click on the profile icon top right corner of the learning sap.com and you can select my certification. So basically what you can do, so once you are getting this one, so along with that one there will be a system access will be there. So maybe in some time I will show that one. Okay, so maybe in another session we will see those system based things or how you can go for an exam. I believe we have already discussed that in some previous classes or previous certification classes, so you can check those things. So first here we can see unit 1 task 2. So what is the task 2? Note points, you can just read those things. Okay, so here in the task 2 it is basically what is your system, what is your access, depends on that. Okay, so that is basically there. Okay, so some note points, some instructions are there. Okay, so basically this is the group number you will be getting. Okay, so group numbers you will be getting. Okay, so based on that group numbers you can log in, and based on that you have to create your organization structure and all that we will see in the let's say task 3 we will be looking into that. Okay, so that is basically there. So you need to remember your group number. Okay, so now let's go to the task 3. Okay, so now here comes the configuration part. Okay, so here you can see this is configuration and master data. So you have to configure something in the system and you have to create a master data. So what are the master data are there, we'll see that one. Okay, now here you can see Lexontif GmbH is implementing the sourcing and procurement process with SAP S/4HANA private cloud. As a responsible person for this, you start the testing by the procurement process. Okay, so you are going to test that one. So now what it is saying? It is saying you will be defining, create new plant, new purchasing organization, assign existing storage locations to your new plant, existing company code 1010. Okay, as you want to use a new battery for the e-bike production, you need to create a uh, product master record and new supplier to test the business process. In the beginning you will see the purchasing info record, source of supply, create a required master data including the condition and the test business process. So I hope this is clear to you or you can understand this one. So basically what we are going to do, we are going to create the organization structure and we are going to create the master data. So here it is saying that we need to create a plant, we need to create a purchasing organization. We can copy it from the standard one, and then we can create some storage location, or we can copy the storage location from the standard one. And here it is saying always replace this hash with your group number. So what is your group number? Let's say uh, for the instance I have a group number of 65, so I will replace everything with the 65. Whenever it will be hash will be there, so I will be changing that to the 65. Okay, now here you can see this is plant and purchase organization information it is giving. So this is the plant name, y0 hash and p0 hash. So this is the first thing what I have, or we can say this is the second thing where I have done a mistake. So what is the first thing? So first thing, whenever you are attending an exam, attend it from a calm and quiet place where there are no disturbances. So the first mistake I have made, that when I was giving the exam, it was not calm and quiet, and I was not able to focus on the exam. Okay, so if you're not able to focus, it is just your half brain is working or half brain is functioning, so you will not be able to get a correct result. So first thing, find a calm and quiet place to give your exam. So what is the second I can see mistake? So second mistake is, here you can see it is saying as y and 0, but I have taken this as a y and o, because you can confuse in that one. Because of why? Because of the first scenario what I have told you. If the environment is not calm, so you might get a confusion with that one, right? So now here I have done a mistake, that I have noted this one as YO, and I have taken YO65 and PO65. Rather, it is a Y065 and P065. That is the first mistake. Okay, or in the exam I can say this is the first mistake. Okay, and why this is important? If I am taking a Y0 or YO, what is the difference? So see, this exam will be validated by a AI. So there is no, we can say, person is going to evaluate this one. So there is basically a AI who is going to evaluate your answers. Okay, and if your answers are not correct, then definitely you are going to fail. So if you are taking YO in place of Y0, what will happen? When the system searches where is the Y065, it will not find. Okay, and based on this, there are some other tests are also there, or there are some other tasks are there. So if you are going to fail on this organization structure, your next things will be getting difficult, or you are not going to get the results accordingly. Okay, so that is the first thing you can just verify. And stay tuned till the end. I will give you a bonus example which you can take, or which you can take help from, and you are going to clear your exam before 3 hours also. Okay, okay, so that is the first thing. So you have to create your organization structure. So here you can see task 1, create the plant. Task 2 is for your new plant, you can create a purchasing organization. Description, you can give that one. And while you are giving a description, this is the second thing, this is the third thing you should remember. While you are taking any description, whatever things it is given in the let's say question paper, you have to take the exactly the same. So if it is saying CERT P065, then you have to write that down specifically. Okay, so that is the basically thing. Now third thing is, you need to create a battery for your e-bike. So this is the material code T hyphen RC star star your group ID. Okay, so buying the new battery, so it should be valued by the moving average price. Okay, moving average price stored in the storage location 101C, and plant is Y065. So if you have not made it correctly, now this thing will be, again, it will be not validated by the AI, right? So now here you can see what is the product type, what is the product group, what is the division, and comes to the description. Now here it is saying 2 languages, DE and EN. So you have to maintain the material description in couple of languages. So here you have to take the exact description. So battery GR65. in English battery GR65, so that you have to write it in a correct way. Okay, otherwise again you are going to be failed. Okay, that also I have not taken it correctly. I have not paid attention and I have taken the whole thing in the description and I have just pasted it. Okay, so that is the next thing what I have did the mistake. So that is a mistake number 3. So rest of the things you can get the information. So you have to maintain in the material master. I hope you already know that how to maintain a material master. Before that one, you have to make the uh, production setup for the material ledger. You have to do that one, otherwise you will not be able to create a material in the S4 HANA. Okay, so that is the intermediate step you have to see. Then there is a supplier master is there. So for the supplier master, you have to create the supplier master for the purchase organization you have created. And again, if you have not created the organization structure correctly, then here also you are going to get the issue. You have created the organization structure differently as I have done. So you are going to create a different organization structure and you have created the same supplier, but it will not be found against the purchasing organization what is AI is looking for. Again, you are going to secure some less marks over here. Okay, so that is basically there. So here based on the supplier you can see what is the details are there: business partner grouping, search term, postal code, street, house number, city, region, company code, reconciliation account, payment terms, Incoterms, order currency, everything is there. So you can just mention that one. Okay, so now it is saying maintain a purchasing info record. So you have to maintain a purchasing info record. You must have remembered that these are the same things that we discuss every day in our channel, not every day but in every class in our channel. So we are discussing all those kind of things. So it is not that much of difficult to clear the exam, but still I have failed. Okay, that might be your thought process, that you are every day you are saying these things, you are working on the same thing, but still you have failed. So you can imagine what is the mistake, and I will give you a bonus how you should pass and how you are not going to get these kind of issues, right? So this is there. So now here you can see there is an info record is there. You have to maintain some pricing details. Okay, and go through the question paper, and if you have any doubts, if you have any question, you are very much welcome to ask any questions in the comment section, or you can ping me, or you can reach out to me within a WhatsApp also. You can reach out to me. Okay, I hope the every details are in the description, so you can get it from there. Just join and ask, or directly in the comment section also you can ask. Okay, so that is the task number 5. Next, the task number 6 is create a purchase requisition for a new battery. You need 50 batteries for stock. Engineering department wants to test the battery first, so they need to order 5 additional battery in the engineering cost center. This is the cost center number. Okay, so now here there is a note point is there. Pretty much important thing is there. Deselect the source determination before you start creating the purchase requisition. Then again you have to assign the source, because here we are having, let's say, purchase info record is there. So from the purchase info record it can directly pick up the source. So you have to deselect the source determination, and rather next you have to again do that one. So now here you can see, show the created purchase requisition and assign the source of supply. Means you have to go through the display transaction and you have to there define a source of supply. So in that case there will be a change will be recorded. If you are directly going with this one, means source selection, so this step will be getting failed. That is one more issue or one more error is there. You want purchase orders released manually when their value is higher to 5,000. Now here it comes to the we can say release procedure, and here the release procedure is basically working on the flexible workflow. Here you can see flexible workflow. So if you don't know what is a flexible workflow, how that works, so maybe you can just comment that one, and we will see in one class how to check the flexible workflow. Okay, so now here this point number 8 is basically your release procedure and your flexible workflow process. Okay, so that is basically there. Now next one is transfer the purchase requisition to purchase order. Basically you have to convert, and here the document type is ZNBF. So whenever you are configuring the flexible workflow, basically there is a we can say activation button is there. So you have to check for the document type ZMBF if it is activated or not. Okay, so that is basically there. So now what is there? So you have to create within the document type, so create on the correct document type. And here one more thing I have to say, if you have created it wrongly, okay, so here it is saying convert to ZMBF, you have converted that to let's say normal NB type of document type you have created. So don't worry about that, you can create another one document type. Okay, so system will search based on the, if you have a correct one, system will only search for that one, and based on that it will give you a let's say mark, okay, within the 3 hours. It is not like that you have done run and then you can again after 3 hours you can give an exam, not like that one. So in the same exam, if you have done anything wrong, then you can make it right and give another one try. Okay, so in that case also you will be passed. Okay, there is no worry about it. So first time I'm getting an error, I have done a wrong thing, and for that one someone will judge me or the AI will judge me. No, not like that one. If you have created wrong, then you can create it right, AI will score, right? So release your purchase order. Okay, so this is the release process. So this is the end of the task 3. Okay, so task 3 is complete. This is basically your standard procurement process. You always remember, you always know that in our channel every time I tell you this process, this is an important process, standard P2P cycle, standard P2P cycle with all of the things. Okay, so master data you are creating the let's say organizational data, you are creating the documents, you are creating a release, everything you are doing. Okay, that is the complete. Okay, I hope you know how to do that one. So now next one is the procure to pay process. Now in the procure to pay process, here you can see there are some prerequisites are there. These are the all the same, so same thing is there. So and here you can see source determination. So it is a note point for the viewers. So if you are creating any purchase requisition in the certification exam, so your task is not to select the source determination at the starting. Okay, it is the same for everyone. Okay, so now here you can see there is a product is there. So for that one you have to create a purchase requisition. You have this one purchase requisition for 100 pieces for stock and 10 pieces for the consumption. So for the consumption means cost center, you have to select a cost center and you have to maintain that cost center in the account assignment, right? So that is basically there. Now so the created purchase requisition, source of supply, organization this one, and plant is 1010. Now this is not the same organization structure that we have created. This is some standard organization structure is there. So now if you have done anything wrong in the step 3 or task 3, so that will not affect the task 4. Okay, so task 4 is basically your, it is for the standard we can say a different material and everything is different over here. Okay, so everything is existing, so you don't have to create anything, so you don't have to worry about the step 3. So now if you are doing anything on the step 4, that is a individual thing. So now what it is asking to do, first it is asking to create a purchase requisition, then it is asking to assign a source of supply in display basically, then transfer the purchase requisition to purchase order. Okay, so that you can do, and here the document type is NB, that you can do. Then process the output. Okay, so you can process the output over there in the purchase order. I hope you know how to do the output for a purchase order. Now next one is you have to do the goods receipt. Okay, so goods receipt you have to do, then you have received the invoice. Okay, so in the invoice basically you have to verify what is the price it is saying. That is very much of important. Okay, because this is the AI evaluation process. So if your invoices are not matching with what it is mentioned over here, so again you are going to get failed. So other than that, there is no other steps are over here are critical. Okay, this is the simple process, simple step, you can easily follow that one. But while you are going to perform the invoices, so that is basically a critical thing to note down. Okay, so now here you can see because of higher invoice amount. Okay, so amount is 66, amount is higher than the purchase order amount. Okay, so that's why you have to do the part invoice, then after the clarification then you can release it. Okay, so that is basically thing. So this is all about the task 4. It is a simple task. Next one is a subcontracting process. Again, you might have remembered that every time we pay focus on the subcontracting process. This is a very important process. So again, you have to perform a task on the subcontracting process. Okay, so subcontracting process also we are going to use the standard we can say organization structure and all. So that's why you don't have to worry about the organization structure and data. So everything is created, predefined, it is created. So here it is saying that this is the material number from the supplier, this one, and you have to create a purchase order with document type NB, purchase organization, subcontracting process, net prices 1500. So you have to create a purchase order for that one. Now component, you have to check the component where it is showing. Okay, then 200 pieces will be delivered directly to the subcontractor. This is one more additional thing. So whenever you are creating a, so basically there will be two purchase order will be created, and for the second purchase order basically the material is directly delivered to the subcontractor. So in the address tab you have to select the address as a subcontracting vendor, and there you have to put the subcontracting vendor number, so that directly it will be transported to the subcontractor. Okay, now perform a goods receipt for the subcontracting components. The material are available in 1010 plant and storage location, this one. Stock is deficit, then you have to put a 1501 movement type. If it is missing, the component quantity 500. So again 500 pieces each in the plant, so you have to add. Okay, so add exactly the same thing. Okay, now the subcontractor tells you that the component have arrived and post goods receipt for the component, this one, which is directly we are shipping to the subcontractor side. Okay, then you have to post the goods receipt for this one, the final product basically. Okay, additional consumption of 2 pieces of this material. Okay, so you have to, when you are posting the consumption, you have to increase the amount. Okay, increase the quantity basically. In future your company wants to pay certain supplier maximum amount agreed to the purchase order, therefore invoice deviations with the 50 euros should be always reduced. Okay, this is basically a tolerance group. So this is again one more configuration. You need to find out where the supplier tolerances are being maintained. Okay, there are multiple we can say areas where we configure the tolerances, but there is tolerance group is specifically there is a configuration in the, we can say, finance side. So you have to find it out and you have to maintain that against your company code. Okay, so then you receive the invoice for the delivery and then you have to post the invoice, that is basically there. So this is all about the subcontracting process. Now next one is your contract process. Okay, now this is another one very important term or very important concept. So now here you have to create the contract. Okay, two types of contract it is asking to create. Okay, so you can just read out what is there. Okay, so you have to create quantity contract and value contract, and you have to create a contract release order. Here it is saying what is the let's say material group, what will be item category. So pay attention to this one. Okay, correct, it is just saying that correct item category. So item category you have to choose which kind of item category should be there. Okay, so that is there. Then you have to create a purchase order. Then for the purchase order you have to do the goods receipt. Okay, then in the goods receipt there is a catch is there. Okay, so here for the first inspection you have to post it into the unvalued GR block stock. So if you remember what is the unvalued GR stock, so this is basically GR block stock, means you have to receive the goods at the 103. Now from that one it is saying release, but 100 stock needs to be checked for the quality reason, means whenever you are releasing you have to receive it at a as a quality inspection. Then 100 pieces directly you can take it to the remaining 100 pieces, you can directly use it to the unrestricted use. Okay, so that is basically there, you need to check that kind of thing. So after inspection again 100 pieces you move it back to the let's say unrestricted stock. So that is all about the contract process. Seventh step is material requirement planning, MRP planning. So this is another one important thing you need to pay attention. Now here you can see there is a material, so you can maintain the certification for the planning plan, this one, and these are the details is there what you have to maintain in the MRP views. You can maintain that one. Apart from that you can run you can mention the other views also. Okay, so purchasing view and other views you can maintain. Purchasing, storage, accounting views you have to maintain. Okay, Then in the MRP run, the system should allocate the source of supply, assign the supplier this one, maintain the necessary master record data. So you have to maintain that one in the source list. Basically you have to maintain. Okay, I hope you understand that. Okay, so create the purchasing info record. You can create a purchasing info record, and in the purchasing info record you can maintain the relevant to the MRP. Okay, then you have to do the goods receipt, then you have to create a reservation, then you have to run the MRP, then change the purchase requisition. Okay, valuation you have to change that one. You agree to a quantity contract of the supplier, so you have to create a quantity contract over here. Okay, now 5,000 pieces you have to create, then create another reservation for the cost center. You have to do that one. Okay, so that is basically there. Then maintain the necessary master data assigned during the MRP run. Perform the MRP run. Your material check should material and check the result. There should be additional purchase requisition. So one more requisition will be created. So this is all about the task and everything. Okay, so this is what I have just explained you about the total question paper, what is there and how you should do this and what you should pay attention on this one. And last thing here I have to tell you that as this is not a proctored exam, means no one is watching you and you are free to use your system along with other tabs and everything. Okay, you can use the AI into it. That is a bonus thing. You can use the AI to give your exam. If you are not able to understand, just take this document or whatever document you are getting, just paste that into the chat GPT or any other AIs are available. You can just paste that one and ask what are the steps, explain me in neat and detailed manner. Okay, so just explain me that, and with T code you can ask, with T code you can explain me, so it will give you almost, it will give you a good result. Okay, and again it is up to your consulting knowledge, your knowledge, how to check what is it is giving a correct result or correct answer or not. That is your task to perform. Okay, but you can definitely take a help of a AI to pass the certification. Okay, so that I have not taken. Okay, because as I have told you, of the reason one, I was not able to focus on anything. Okay, so that is basically the first reason. Okay, and you can take the help of AI. So I have after the exam I have evaluated that on the let's say one of the AI, that is the Claude, I believe. So in the Claude I have put this document and I have asked it to evaluate. So, and again I found that at that evaluation only, when I asked about this Y0 and YO, okay, that gave me a clarification that you should go for a Y0, not a YO. Okay, so that is basically there. I hope this session is beneficial for you. I hope you understood something is getting cleared on the certification, and I hope you are all preparing for SAP certification exam. I am also with you and I am also preparing for the certification exam again. Can I go for the exam immediately and pass it right now? Yes, I can go and pass the exam again, but right now due to some other stuffs, let's say official work and everything, I'm not going to immediately go for the exam again, but I'm trying to give the exam in some time, maybe this month or maybe starting of next month I will be giving the exam, and I will be sharing the results with you. I hope I will also pass and you also to pass. So that's all about today. Let's meet up again in the next class with some additional topic, with some more topics. Till then, keep learning, stay healthy, and Jai Hind.